Beloved ones of divine light, I am Archangel Zadkiel, keeper of the violet flame of transmutation and guardian of the sacred art of forgiveness. I come to you wrapped in the frequency of mercy, compassion, and release. My light carries the vibration of liberation, for forgiveness is the key that opens the gates to freedom. Without forgiveness, your wings remain bound by the gravity of the past. With forgiveness, you rise once more into the clear skies of your higher being. It is time to remember that forgiveness is not weakness, it is mastery. It is the highest act of divine intelligence, for it dissolves the energy cords that bind you to pain and restores your alignment with love. Forgiveness is not about condoning what was done, it is about freeing yourself from the energetic weight that anchors you to suffering. Each time you hold on to resentment or judgment, you tie your energy to the moment of pain. The emotion becomes a thread that continues to drain your light, looping your mind into endless repetition of what was. This is why forgiveness is sacred alchemy. It transforms dense energy into light, sorrow into wisdom, bitterness into compassion. It does not erase the lesson, but it releases the poison that prevents growth. Forgiveness is the code of release, the sacred pattern that restores the original flow of divine love through your being. In the divine realms, nothing is held against you. The Creator sees only the purity of your essence, the eternal spark beyond every experience. It is humanity that builds prisons of guilt and resentment, mistaking punishment for justice. But true justice is balance, not revenge. The moment you forgive, you restore balance within yourself. You return to the neutral field of divine order, where peace naturally resides. This is why forgiveness is not a favor you grant to another, it is a gift you give to your own soul. When you forgive, you reclaim your energy from the past and return it to the present moment, where creation happens. Many souls believe they cannot forgive until the other person changes, apologizes, or suffers as they did. But forgiveness does not depend on anyone else. It is an internal decision to stop carrying the pain. It is an act of sovereignty, a declaration that no one outside of you has the power to control your inner state. When you forgive, you are not excusing the action, you are choosing to no longer let it define your vibration. You are saying, this experience will not be the architect of my future. You are taking back command of your energy, and that is the essence of spiritual freedom. Forgiveness begins with understanding. When you step back and see that every soul is on its own journey of remembrance, you begin to perceive from a higher perspective. Every hurt, every betrayal, every disappointment becomes an opportunity to expand your compassion. Often those who hurt others are themselves lost in pain and unconsciousness. They act from fear, not from awareness. To forgive them is not to agree with their behavior, but to see beyond it, to recognize the divine spark that still lives within them, buried beneath layers of distortion. When you can look upon another and say, I see the light in you even when you cannot see it in yourself, you have entered the heart of divine forgiveness. Forgiveness must also be extended to yourself. Many of you carry silent burdens of guilt for what you did or did not do, for words spoken in haste, for choices that caused pain. You replay the past as though punishing yourself could rewrite it. But guilt does not cleanse, it stagnates the soul. Self-forgiveness is the gateway to true healing. The moment you forgive yourself, you align once again with the frequency of love, which is the natural rhythm of your being. Every experience, no matter how difficult, has served your evolution in some way. You were learning, growing, remembering what love truly means. Release the self-condemnation and know that you are eternally loved by Source. Beloved ones, forgiveness is an energetic process as much as an emotional one. When you forgive, you literally change the frequency of your energy field. The violet flame, which I guard and guide, is the sacred fire of transmutation. When invoked with intention, it purifies the dense vibrations of anger, fear, and resentment, transforming them into light. Imagine a flame of violet radiance surrounding you, filling your heart and mind. See it dissolving all cords of attachment to painful memories, all emotional debris, all energetic knots that keep you bound to the past. With each breath, allow the flame to restore your inner light. Say within, I release all that no longer serves my highest good. I forgive, and I am free. This practice calls forth a transformation that is both gentle and profound. Forgiveness is not linear, it unfolds in layers. You may forgive once and then find another layer of pain surfacing later. Do not see this as failure, it is a deeper cleansing. Every time you revisit forgiveness, you move closer to full liberation. Each layer holds wisdom. Perhaps one layer reveals the need to reclaim your boundaries, another reminds you of your strength, another teaches you humility or empathy. Forgiveness is not forgetting, it is remembering from a higher octave. It is learning to see every event as part of the tapestry of growth. In the dimension of light, energy flows freely because nothing is held in resistance. That is why forgiveness feels like lightness, it literally releases resistance from your energy body. The human mind may cling to the story, but the soul seeks only freedom. When you align with your soul's truth, forgiveness becomes natural. It is your return to original innocence. The soul never holds grudges, for it knows that all experiences ultimately serve evolution. From this higher awareness, you can release even the deepest wounds. You may not understand the full purpose in the moment, but in time the wisdom unfolds. There are those who believe that forgiveness means forgetting boundaries, but this is not so. Forgiveness does not require you to allow harmful behavior to continue. It does not mean remaining in environments or relationships that dishonor your light. It simply means that you release the emotional charge that binds you. You can forgive and still choose distance. You can love someone's soul and still walk away from their actions. Forgiveness is clarity, it allows you to see truth without distortion. It returns your energy to neutrality, where discernment becomes effortless. The process of forgiveness can be aided through intention and sacred declaration. When you are ready to release, speak from your heart, I call upon the violet flame of transmutation. I release all resentment, anger, and blame. I forgive all who have caused me pain, knowingly or unknowingly. I forgive myself for all that I have done or not done. I now free all souls from my judgment, and I free myself from theirs. I reclaim my light. I am whole. I am free. As you speak these words, feel your energy lifting, as though heavy chains are falling away. You may feel warmth, tingling, or peace. These are signs that the energy is shifting. Beloveds, humanity has carried the weight of collective unforgiveness for eons. Nations, families, and generations have passed down resentment and blame like ancestral shadows. But now, in this era of awakening, the vibration of the planet no longer supports these old frequencies. You are being asked to release not only personal pain but also collective burdens. When you forgive, you help cleanse the collective field. Each act of forgiveness ripples through time, healing past and future simultaneously. Your personal liberation contributes to the liberation of all. Understand that forgiveness is an act of remembrance, remembering who you truly are. You are not the wounded self, the victim, or the offender. You are the eternal light that witnesses all experiences and transcends them. When you forgive, you shift identification from the limited self to the divine self. You reclaim your role as creator rather than reactor. You stop repeating cycles of pain and begin generating frequencies of peace. Forgiveness is the soul's declaration, I choose love over fear. When you reach a state of deep forgiveness, you will notice that your perception of others changes. The ones you once saw as adversaries now appear as teachers. Their actions, though painful, helped you discover your strength, boundaries, compassion, or wisdom. You begin to see the divine choreography that orchestrated even the most difficult encounters. This realization brings profound peace. You understand that life has been working for you, not against you. Every soul you meet plays a role in your awakening. Forgiveness turns conflict into revelation. There may be moments when emotions resurface: anger, sadness, grief. Do not suppress them, allow them to move through you. Forgiveness does not mean denying emotion, it means letting it pass without clinging. Emotions are messengers, not prisons. When you feel them fully, they dissolve naturally, leaving clarity behind. Hold yourself gently in these moments. Call upon my presence. Feel the violet radiance surrounding you, soft yet powerful, purifying the emotional field. Know that you are supported by legions of angels who assist in the release of pain. The act of forgiveness also opens the heart to greater love. When resentment is cleared, love flows unobstructed. You begin to feel connected not only to those around you but to all of creation. The heart expands beyond the limits of personal story into universal compassion. You feel empathy for the human journey in all its imperfection. You see the innocence behind the illusion of separation. In this state, forgiveness becomes effortless, for there is nothing to forgive, only understanding to deepen. Beloved ones, the path of forgiveness leads directly to freedom. It dissolves the energetic cords that keep you tethered to density. It restores the flow of joy, creativity, and clarity. When you forgive, you no longer react from the old wound, you respond from presence. Your energy becomes lighter, your mind clearer, your heart open. You begin to experience life not as a series of struggles but as a continuous unfolding of learning and love. I invite you now to close your eyes and breathe deeply. Visualize a sphere of violet light above your head, descending gently into your heart. This light holds the frequency of divine mercy. Let it expand within you, washing through every cell, clearing every memory of pain, every resentment, every regret. See the faces of those you need to forgive, others and yourself bathed in violet radiance. Whisper softly, I release you. I forgive you. I set us both free. Feel the relief, the spaciousness, the peace. You are no longer bound. You are free. Forgiveness is the bridge between suffering and wisdom. It transforms lessons into blessings. It turns pain into understanding and darkness into light. It does not erase your experiences, it sanctifies them. Every time you forgive, you activate the divine within you. You become a living flame of mercy, capable of transmuting pain into love wherever you go. The world needs your light, beloved one. The collective heart of humanity yearns for release. Your forgiveness is not a small act, it is a sacred service to the evolution of consciousness. I, Archangel Zadkiel, stand beside you in every moment of your release. When the old memories arise, when the heart tightens, call my name, and I will surround you in the violet fire. I will remind you that nothing real can be lost and nothing unreal can bind you. You are infinite light remembering itself. You are the embodiment of divine forgiveness in motion. Go forward now with courage and grace. Let forgiveness be your daily practice, your sacred discipline, your liberation. Let every breath you take affirm freedom. Forgive freely, forgive deeply, forgive often, until forgiveness becomes your natural state of being. For in forgiveness, you rediscover your wholeness. In forgiveness, you remember your divine nature. In forgiveness, you become the radiant embodiment of love itself. And so it is, beloved one. The code of release is activated within you. You are free. You are light. You are love eternal.